Hello everyone, this is your teacher, Mrs. Zahra Al-Asadi. Please feel free to pause and rewind as needed. Today, we'll read our lesson, Finally I Was Liberated. So at the end of the video, my dear students, you should be able to read the lesson fluently. So first, you have to know that the following lesson is an autobiography. An autobiography means an account of a person's life written by that person. Our lesson highlights the case of a disabled writer who was physically imprisoned but acquired his mental freedom through learning how to read and write. Let's start. Finally, I was liberated. I was now 5 and still didn't show any real sign of intelligence like other children of my age. The only obvious interest was with my left foot toes. I used to lie on my back in the kitchen all the time, or on bright warm days out in the garden. I was imprisoned in a world of my own, unable to communicate with others, separated from them, thrown away beyond the world of their lives. I couldn't break loose from my captivity, run and play freely with my brother and sister. Then suddenly it happened. My future life changed, and my mother's fear changed in endless victory. One afternoon of a cold day, all the family were gathered around the big kitchen fire. In a corner, my sister and brother were writing down their sums using an old board and a bright piece of yellow chalk. I was held up by a few pillows against the wall, watching. I was attracted so much to the yellow chalk and the figures written on the board. I held the chalk tightly between my toes and scribbled with it on the board. I stopped, surprised, not knowing what to do with it next. Then I looked up and noticed that everyone had stopped talking and was staring at me silently. After that, my mother came over to me and knelt down beside me. "I'll show you what to do with it, Roy," she said. Taking another chalk from my sister, my mother drew a letter A on the floor in front of me. "Copy that," she said. I looked around at the faces that were excited and waiting for a miracle. I tried again. I put out my foot and made a curving line. "Try again, Roy," my mother whispered in my ear. Again, I stiffened my body and put my left foot out again for the third time. I first drew one side of the letter, then the other side. Then the chalk broke. I wanted to give up, but I felt my mother's hand on my shoulder. I tried again and again. I drew the letter A. It had shaky sides, but it was the letter A. I looked up and saw my mother's face, tears on her cheeks. Then my father knelt down and lifted me up on his shoulder, bursting with cries. I had done it. It was the start that gave my mind its chance to express itself. I couldn't speak with my lips, but now I would speak through written words. The letter A was my road to a new work, my key to mental freedom. It was a source of relaxation to the tense, tight soul that was me, which longed for expression behind a twisted mouth. Thank you for watching.